When soldiers are stranded in hostile territory, the helicopter is their lifeline. When disaster strikes and floods swallow entire villages, a helicopter becomes the first machine to arrive and the last to leave. When medical emergencies happen in places no ambulance can reach, it is the helicopter that descends from the skies to save lives. For decades, these missions have relied on helicopters burning massive amounts of fuel, limited by their range and endurance. But today, a new chapter is unfolding, and it is happening in Africa. Engineers and innovators have unveiled something that has left global experts shocked and speechless. This is Africa's first self-powered helicopter, a machine that can fly without the constant need for aviation fuel. Imagine a helicopter capable of staying in the air for extended missions without worrying about refueling stops. Imagine a helicopter that powers itself using breakthrough technology that seems almost too futuristic to be true. And imagine this innovation not coming from the US, not from Europe, not even from China, but from African soil. The helicopter represents a symbol of sovereignty, freedom, and technological advancement. For militaries, it could mean dominance in missions that require long endurance. For rescue teams, it could mean saving more lives without worrying about fuel shortages. And for ordinary people, it represents proof that African innovation is stepping into uncharted skies. The story begins with Maxwell Chikumbutso, the Zimbabwean inventor already known for creating self-powered cars, generators, and buses. For years, skeptics have dismissed his work, calling it impossible, calling it fantasy. But step by step, Chikumbutso has proven that his vision is not only real, but capable of scaling into life-changing machines. The helicopter is his boldest leap yet. At first glance, it looks like a conventional helicopter, with its aerodynamic body, its spinning rotor blades, and its cockpit designed for pilots. But beneath the skin lies an innovation that defies traditional aviation engineering. Instead of being powered by a turbine engine guzzling jet fuel, this helicopter integrates a self-sustaining power system. The system generates electricity continuously without relying on combustion engines. That electricity feeds directly into high-performance electric motors that drive the rotors. The result is a helicopter that is both silent and self-sufficient. No jet fuel, no emissions, no range anxiety. Experts who first saw it in operation were left stunned. For them, the idea of a self-powered aircraft has always been a dream locked inside science fiction. But here it was, hovering steadily above the African ground, sustained by nothing but its own integrated technology. The implications are enormous. Take military operations, for instance. Helicopters used in war zones often require forward bases and fuel depots to sustain their missions. These depots are vulnerable, costly, and risky to maintain. But a self-powered helicopter removes that dependency entirely. It can fly longer, further, and without exposing supply chains to enemy threats. Then consider humanitarian missions. Floods, earthquakes, and wildfires leave communities stranded with no access to roads. Traditional helicopters face the constant challenge of fuel runs, often cutting rescue missions short. But this machine could operate for as long as needed, ensuring no life is left behind. For Africa itself, the invention is even more symbolic. For decades, the continent has been seen as a consumer of foreign technology rather than a producer. But now, the roles are reversing. An African-built machine is doing what the world's largest aerospace companies have failed to achieve. This is why experts are speechless, because this is not just an upgrade. It is a redefinition of what aviation can be. The helicopter's power system is built upon the principle of continuous energy regeneration. Maxwell has often compared it to tapping into the invisible fields of power that surround us. Though mainstream science struggles to explain every detail of the mechanism, the results speak for themselves. The prototype has successfully demonstrated sustained flight without external fuel. Its motors are whisper quiet, allowing it to operate in stealth for military and special operations. Its design reduces mechanical complexity compared to fuel-driven turbines, making it easier to maintain in remote areas. And its safety features ensure that even in case of partial system failure, the aircraft can land safely. Pilots who tested it described the sensation as surreal. They said it was like flying the future. The lack of vibration and noise makes the cockpit feel more like a simulator than a traditional helicopter. One pilot said, "The moment I realized I wasn't burning fuel, I knew I was sitting inside history." Governments across Africa are already paying close attention. 4 countries facing vast landscapes. With limited infrastructure, such helicopters could become game changers. In nations with vast deserts, jungles, or flood-prone regions, having an aircraft that powers itself is not just a luxury. It is survival. International experts are watching closely too. Some are skeptical, demanding more data, more transparency, more scientific breakdowns. Others are cautiously excited, recognizing that disruptive innovation often begins on the margins. And then there are those who feel threatened. If Africa truly has cracked the code for self-powered aviation, then the global aerospace industry faces its most disruptive challenge ever. Think about the trillions of dollars tied to fuel-based aviation infrastructure. Think about the companies that profit from selling turbines, spare parts, and fuel logistics. This helicopter threatens all of that, which is why, beyond the excitement, there is also silence. Silence from certain governments, silence from powerful corporations. Because acknowledging this helicopter means acknowledging a seismic shift in global technology. The world has long underestimated Africa's potential in advanced engineering, yet time after time, breakthroughs are emerging from the continent. From mobile banking to renewable energy microgrids, Africa has proven its ability to leapfrog outdated models. And now, with self-powered aviation, it may leapfrog into the skies ahead of everyone else. The prototype is not just about flying. It is about proving a philosophy that technology should serve humanity without draining resources. It is about creating machines that align with sustainability rather than fighting against it. And it is about showing that Africa's role in the 21st century will not be passive. It will be active, leading, and defining. The self-powered helicopter could also revolutionize commercial aviation in the future. Short-distance passenger flights could be reimagined without reliance on fuel depots. Air taxis could finally become feasible, with costs dropping dramatically due to self-sustaining power. Cargo flights delivering goods to remote regions could operate with unprecedented efficiency. And in urban areas plagued by pollution, the silent electric operation could transform city skies. For now, the world has only seen the first demonstrations. The prototype is still undergoing testing, refinement, and scaling. But the vision is clear. Maxwell Chikumbutso's helicopter is more than an aircraft. It is a statement that Africa can lead. A statement that innovation is not limited by geography, and a statement that the future belongs to those willing to break the rules of convention. When this helicopter finally enters full-scale production, the world will no longer look at Africa the same way. It will look up to its skies and realize that something extraordinary has begun. Because the future of flight may not be written in Silicon Valley or European aerospace labs. It may be written in Africa, where a self-powered helicopter has already taken to the skies and left experts speechless. And when the next military rescue mission takes place, when the next disaster demands immediate response, and when the next soldier waits for evacuation, they may not be waiting for a helicopter from America or Russia. They may be waiting for a self-powered helicopter born in Africa. And that will be the day the skies truly change forever.